man. Yeah, Shalom. All glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, and Shalom to the house of David, the 144,000 and the 1/3 men, women, and children. All right. And I also have a brother online with me.
Khan, and my name is Wayalam Ban Yasharala, and I'm a brother with Makama, and we're going to do this video touching on certain aspects and things to come as far as martial law and race wars. And we're reading from an article from the Snoops. It's called, "Did the Ku Klux Klan Start a Petition to Purge Black People in the United States?" And we know that there are a lot of news and false propaganda and stuff like that. But even if this article is fake, we know that this is biblical and stuff like this is going to happen. So whether it's fake or not, this is just something to think about. And, Esau, likes to, throw the brick and hide the hand. So, why I didn't say that, why I didn't make that article, the article's not true, even though we know that stuff like this has happened in the past and is going to continue to happen on a much worse scale, on a biblical proportion. So, I'll go ahead and, brother, Kama, did you want to add any, comments to that or?
Yeah, Con, I want to read Ezekiel 35:5 because even if it is false, it doesn't change the fact that Esau, which is the biblical Edomites of the Bible, which is this the so-called Caucasian race, they still hate you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the rest of the Israelites down on them. The rest of the 12 tribes, they still hate us, regardless.
That's right.
And the elites have this in their plan anyway to exterminate us in FEMA camp. That's why they have them here. So even if it is false, this is still their plans to get rid of us, period. They want the blessing. And this is Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's about the force of the sword and the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. So they got a perpetual hatred for the children of Israel, man. Like the scriptures tell you.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Even if it's false, they still got that hate. They actually want to do this anyway, though.
That's right.
And plus, this could be just the elites, because you know that the elites are they're trying to start a race war, which that's going to happen, between so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in America. That's going to happen, between the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans want to get these Edomites, Caucasian race, man.
That's right. And
so,
go ahead, brother.
I'm probably going to do this, I'll do this curfew.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So, yeah, this is an article, and it's from NOPD News. The New Orleans Police Department news. So, I'm going to read this real quick, and I'll let you get to your article.
Okay, brother.
But this article is about, they got new curfews. They just started, I think it was June the 2nd. Let's read. And this all this is going into is basically, this is just a small portion of martial law, man, in America. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's all it is. So I'm going to read a little bit of this. It says, as schools close and summer quickly starts, the NOPD would like to remind parents and legal guardians that summer curfew hours will be enforced starting today, June 1st. Okay, it was June 1st that it started. You see, it's just a small little portion of martial law, man. That's it. It's sooner, in America, it's going to be, it's not just going to be for the kids, it's going to be for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And the scriptures tell us, I'm going to read it in 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. You can't be ignorant of what he's doing. Like, people are not paying attention to stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? They don't see it as a problem or an issue in that because they don't really understand. Well, this is the majority of our people. You know, they too partying. They too they too busy partying. You know.
That's right.
I mean, instead of getting right with the Lord. So they're ignorant of Satan's devices, man. This is one of his devices. He's slowly trying to implant this martial law, man. Slowly but surely.
That's exactly what he's doing. You know, it's like Yahushua told Peter. He said, Peter, you know, Satan wishes to sift you like wheat, but I have prayed for you. And sifting is a process. When you sift wheat, you take it pluck by pluck. And so that's what Esau's been doing to us, man. He's been moving on us and holding crafty counsel, like it talks about in Psalms 83. And we don't pay attention because he's got so many festivities and so many sports arenas and all this carnival and stuff going on around us that our people fall for the trap. And while we are out playing games and involving ourselves in these festivities, Esau is making laws to destroy us.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why the scriptures tell us that, you know, 2/3 of our people, you know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're gonna die on this side because they refuse this knowledge and they refuse to come back to the Lord and keep His commandments, man. Like, you know, only the elect will do that. You know, ones that have actual faith. To the rest of our people, man, they just, you know, they wicked, man.
Exactly, they are. And it just, you know, like you said, it goes back to Zechariah 13:8, like you were saying. You know, 2/3 of our people are going to have to die because they're just not going to get it. You know, and the Most High designed them, you know, to be vessels of destruction for the day of wrath. And that goes into, I think, Romans 9 goes into that a bit. But you're absolutely right, brother. And they don't realize that, you know, the hourglass is still, you know, emptying. And, you know, the time of judgment is coming nigh. So, you know, reverting back to the curfew and what you were saying, that curfew is just a small scale of martial law. And they'll probably start implementing it in other cities like Chicago, L.A., New York, some of the bigger cities with high crimes. And they're just going to try to ease it in and make it, you know, sound like, you know, it's for the kids. It's for the kids, you know, like the RFID chip and your pet is for your kids and your pet so we can keep track of them. And that's just the crafty counsel that they get together and do to trick and destroy our people.
Speaking on that, when you said Psalms 83, you know, it tells you that they, like you said earlier, this is Psalms 83:3. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And we are the hidden ones. You know,
that's right.
The world, well, the people outside of the world, well, not outside of the world, but outside of America, Babylon, they know who we are. But the majority of people here, they don't know who we are.
Exactly. You ever notice that in other countries, their news, they tell a lot more truth. But when it comes to our news in the United States, it's all lies. It's all, you know, green screens. It's magic, you know, sleight of hand. You ever notice that?
Yeah, Con. Hey, that's why the scripture said this place is full of witchcraft, man. And, you know, the Lord's going to destroy this place. Like he says in, I believe it's in, I think it's in Amos 9 and 8, I believe.
That's right.
I might as well grab that, but before I do that, I'm gonna read the rest of this. It says juvenile curfew laws are typically placed at the state or local level to prohibit people 16 and under from being in public without adult supervision during certain hours. And here's the hours, right? It says some summer curfew hours. This is everybody pretty soon, man. It says Sundays to Thursday, right? It says 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Fridays to Saturday, 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Like we said, this is going to be everybody pretty soon, man. They're going to lock this place down, man. And I'm going to read the scripture on that, too, as well, after I finish reading this. curfew hours for kids 16 and under. The curfew hours about the juveniles 16 and under. Any juvenile under the age of 10 found out after curfew hours will be placed in protective custody. And then with that, soon, man, like, you know, all these false flags that have been happening, all these explosions and stuff and all that stuff, all these is false flags. And what they're going to do is, like I just read here, it says they found any kid under the age of 16 out, they're going to put them in protective custody. Soon they're just going to just throw you in the FEMA camps, man.
That's right. That's right. This is the testing water stage right now. You know, Esau likes to, run tests and do certain military exercises and stuff. You know, he likes to hire, what do you call those, crisis actors to do stuff. That's exactly, brother, what's going on. You're absolutely right.
And also, it's like people forget, like, what they were doing for the past, these 3 years. Because remember, 2015, they were doing the Jade Helm?
Yeah.
They was doing military drills all across America, man.
They sure were.
And these people are so stupid here, man, that people forget this stuff, man. They weren't doing them trainings for no reason, man. They setting this up right now.
That's right. That's right. Right as we speak, and we're even closer on the verge of getting out of this place and the Lord's judgment coming. We're closer now than we ever have been. And I'll go ahead and read a scripture real quick. It's out of Isaiah 66, starting at verse 4 and 5. And this goes for you hard-headed Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who refuse to come back to your heritage and listen to the prophets tell you what time it is in this country. And so it goes on, starting at verse 4 of book 66. I also will choose their delusions and I will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes and chose that which I delighted not. That's, breaking all the law, statutes, and commandments, not eating the dietary law. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at this word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out of my names for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. So it's talking about, even though we went into captivity and the evil that we do, the end result, Esau is going to be ashamed of what he did to the nation of Israel, and he's going to have to pay for it.
Beautiful, man. So, like we said, man, y'all so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you need to repent before it's too late.
That's right.
And there's a scripture in Amos 9:8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh, are upon the sinful kingdom, which is America, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saying that I will utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh. Right? In verse 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, man, and that's coming martial law, man.
That's right.
Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us, and this is the pride of our people too, man.
Yes, it is.
These people in the Christian church and them saved already. What are you saved from, man?
That's right. What have you saved from? Exactly.
Hell's still coming. So-called Negroes and Latinos are still getting hung at a higher rate.
That's right.
Come on, man. What are you saved from?
That's right. And these police killings are nothing but modern day lynchings. That's just the only difference is they're just using a gun rather than just a rope.
It really is the Lord doing it, because you know what it says in Isaiah, actually I'm going to grab it. Isaiah 5 and 10, I believe it is.
Oh.
Let me find out real quick.
Sure.
So Esau is known as many names in the scriptures as well. Like it says in Revelation 8 and 11, it's like spiritually Sodom and Egypt.
That's right.
So sometimes the Lord might call Esau the Egyptians, or he might call them the Assyrians. Here we go right here, Isaiah 10 and 5. O Assyrian, out of my anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation. It means righteous judgment. He says, verse 6, I will send him against an hypocritical nation, talking about our people, and against the people of my wrath will I give him charge to take the spoil, to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the street.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right, man. And you see that, or you look no further than the news. You're always seeing some Negro getting hemmed up, or some Negro getting put to death, or Latino Native American for what? Breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why these things happen.
And it's going back to this curfew thing, man. Let me go back into that. I'm gonna read a little bit more of this so you can get your ears off. It says during these hours are teens allowed to drive. It says no teens are allowed to drive unless they are with a parent or legal guardian. So they really cracking down on a lot of things, man. They tighten it up on us, man. They trying to pit Jake. So they know that our people like to party and stuff like that and have good times all the time. That's some people's problem. They always want to be in party mode. That's right,
And that's how they overthrew the Gadites, or the so-called Native Americans today. They got them drunk and made them, sign, treaties behind being drunk. They attacked them when they were drunk and not paying attention. So that's the exact same tactic that they're using on the nation of Israel today in modern times.
And people keep falling for it, man. Keep falling for Satan's devices, man.
Exactly.
And it says if a juvenile is in custody of their parents or guardians, the curfew does not apply. See, and they know that for most part, majority of these kids, they don't be hanging around their parents like that, man. They know that.
That's right, That's right.
They want something to happen. They want incidents to happen, man. Like I said, all these false flag attacks and all that. They know that these kids were bound to down. So then look how this society's set up, man. Look how wicked it is.
Exactly. And they keep pushing and pushing and pushing the envelope on wickedness.
And then it says, however, they must remain in their custody at all times. Come on, man. What 16-year-old are under that? I see a lot of kids younger than that's be out here by themselves late at night.
They sure do.
And it says, are there any penalties for kids and or legal guardians for staying out past these hours? It says penalties will apply to the parents or legal guardians after a juvenile is picked up for curfew violations 3 times in a calendar year. Damn. At which time a summons to juvenile court is issued. And that was about it on that article. Now you see, this is just piece of the puzzle, for martial law, man.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
And I'm going to read one more scripture and I'll let you get to your article. We're going to go to another article about the KKK petition to kill so-called blacks, which are the tribe of Judah. And really all these tribes.
That's right.
But it says, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, woe to the world, but woe means destruction. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's race wars right there.
That's right.
Verse 16 is the point. Well, 17 is the point too. But it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and sedition means a rebellion against the authorities, the government.
That's right.
It says, for there shall be sedition among men, right, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, meaning like the top government, so-called presidents and so on, man. And the courts of their actions shall stand in their powers, meaning nobody's going to be able to stop what's going on. I'm not just going to let all hell break loose, man.
That's right.
Back to that's why you're supposed to come back to the Most High Yahweh through His Yahweh Shah and keep these commandments to your best abilities, man, and have faith.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Oh yeah, 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, man. That's martial law.
That's right.
They gonna lock it down, man. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to party no more and go anywhere. And you all that liberty is gonna be cut off, man.
Con. And you're starting to see that more and more in these programs on television. If you go to Netflix and watch all these, futuristic shows that are coming out, they're showing you martial law where one city is blocked off from another and you got to get a passport to get from the other city. They're putting it right into your face.
And it's like the Second Corinthians 2:11 says, man, be not ignorant of Satan's devices, man.
That's right.
Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So how much more these women, these proud-ass women out here, okay, and the children, man.
That's right.
This is stuff that our people, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, don't need to really consider, because it's not a joke, man.
Not a game whatsoever.
This is one more verse. It says that man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Their goods, because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. Meaning, it's gonna be a famine too, man.
That's right.
It's gonna get to the point to where people gonna be eating their kids, their dogs, and stuff like that, man.
That's right.
That happened in what is it, Venezuela?
Yeah, Venezuela.
Yeah.
Man, folks is eating dog food, man.
That's crazy, man. Eat all the animals in the zoo.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. Like I said, it's not going to be real to people until the bodies start dropping, until they get some hunger pains. That's when it's going to kick in that this thing is real.
So yeah, we can go to that.
And I'll make this, real quick, folks. I know, we're getting close to the half an hour range. But, it says, did the Ku Klux Klan start a petition to purge black people in the United States? And, like me and Makama were saying earlier, even if this is just, some type of fake news, this stuff is really happening. But it says right here that the KKK started a petition to purge black people in the United States on June 2017. A rumor appeared that the Ku Klux Klan had started a petition for a yearly purge, a 24-hour pause of all laws in order to kill black people in the United States. Now the question is, did they make all these purge series, these movies just for nothing? No, I really believe that they plan to do this stuff. And it says right here, there is an actual KKK petition online to legalize purging American Africans once a year. It currently has 2 million signatures.
Whether it be true or false, it doesn't matter. The fact still stands that Esau has us in his plans to do this to us anyway. Rex 84, King Alfred.
That's right. This is already on the books, folks. It's just like our people are like cattle. A farmer or the slaughterhouse, they keep a book of the cattle, and hell, they might even have a name for each cow. But the cows are on the books, and you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are on the books to be destroyed. Now, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to listen to the Lord, or are you going to die or sink with the ship?
Only ones who's going to get through this is the elect, and that's the 144,000, and 1/3 men, women, and children, man.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Majority of y'all so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans want to perish because you refuse to love the truth. And also the race war that's coming. Now you Edomites, I don't get on you Caucasians, man. Y'all think that y'all gonna win? Y'all not gonna win the race wars, man. Let me bring the scripture out, proving that.
That's right.
Now y'all want to get Jake. Y'all gonna get these Israelites. Our people, the first wave. But our people still want to be ignorant, to who y'all are. Y'all the devil. And like scripture said, 2/3 will be cut off. Majority of them want to die for this one too.
That's right.
That second round, man. Lord up to list up his people, man. I'm gonna read it. It's Ezekiel 25 and 12. I'm gonna start and I'm gonna read the verse 14. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them." 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beasts from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. 14 is the point. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. That's the release was, man. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh.
That's right. That's right. That's a good scripture. And that's all true.
Yeah, so y'all not gonna win these races like y'all think, man. Y'all the least, y'all the smallest nation. As a matter of fact, I don't know why these Edomites, these Caucasians think that they have more people than us. Alright.
Right.
Just tell you, let's grab it real quick. And I'll let you go back to what you going. It says, this is in Obadiah too. Obadiah 1, and I'm going to start at 1 and read the verse 2. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among them. Thou art greatly despised. Nobody likes you, Edomites, man.
That's right.
And y'all are small amongst the heathen. So how are y'all the majority? I don't call us minorities. You're the... And you're going to lose this race, man.
That's right. You know, these Edomites, these Caucasians are only 2% of the world's population. So no, you're not the majority. And the nation of Israel is bigger than you. Not to mention these so-called African Americans that are Israelites having babies by these Edomite women and bringing forth Israelite kids.
Because you got Israelites, you got Italian Israelites, you got some Irish Israelites. You know, some of them might look like so-called white people, but you have Israelites that look like that. So it's not about skin complexion, it's about what your nationality is.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not black Hebrew Israelites.
That's right. We're Israelites, period. No black. That black was just a metaphorical, degrading word that the so-called white man put on us in slavery.
Yeah, anybody calling themselves black Hebrew Israelite, man, you an agent or something, man.
I agree with that. I don't know why anybody would be calling themselves black.
Yeah, that's a byword, like they said in, what is it, in Deuteronomy? Those are bywords that's put on us. That means void of light.
That's right.
We're not in darkness, man. We are the light, man, to the world.
Con.
First and foremost, y'all saw the light, you know, to us. But yeah, man.
Con.
So that was it on the article?
Oh yeah, that's it, brother. And on my end, I'm gonna close out, and this will be the end of this video. But you know, we can still continue on yours, Makama, if you choose to, brother. But with that being said, on my end, I'm gonna go ahead and close out, man. That was a great article, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. May Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai be with the elect. And that being said, folks, I am out.